Hello and welcome to Passion Supernatural Podcast, the podcast where we discuss what we consider to be the best soap opera ever, Passions. I'm Joe Velasquez. Along with me is my lovely co-star Casey Metcalf. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's great. That's great. Well, folks, here we are, another weekend of this awesome podcast discussing the late soap opera that we truly miss. Casey and I have been watching the ninth and final season, and a lot has happened. But to make it even better, we've already had two celebrity guest stars on the show, Don Swaby and Danny Woodburn. But as we wait to get more, we're back to just the two of us again discussing the show till then. So, here we are again. another weekend. It's just the two of us once again, Casey. So, as you and I have been catching up and everything, we are still watching the final season. So, a lot of things have been going on. I mean, we finally have gotten past. Um, I mean, I mean, well, actually, that was last
Yeah.
weekend. We've actually gotten past Christmas Eve, but that was last weekend. So we're past all that now. But we're basically
Mm.
up to, oh
On
man,
the
where do we
Neo,
begin?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
where do we begin? Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff happening. So
Morty came back to Sheldon and Louise after
mhm.
all these years that they lost him.
Yeah, fine. After all these long time and everything, Marty back, a character we never thought we'd see again. I mean, this season was probably my introduction to Marty because again, I wasn't watching back then. So
Yep.
um we've um we've gotten up to uh Pilar and Sam and Ivy have been reunited with Miguel and all that stuff and everything.
Yep.
And so, as I've talked about many times, we finally have a new Miguel, my favorite, Blair Redford, and everything. I know I say that a lot of weeks and everything, but that's again, he made the character my favorite and all that. Um, but I mean, he's back as well as Endora, and basically now we've basically gotten up to, I guess, I mean, you remember me saying this, Casey, is I've gotten up to this point or whatever to where um I guess I like to call it, I mean, well, I don't like to call it, but I mean, I sometimes call it the painful writing and everything, to where basically Miguel has basically blackmailed Tabitha. Oh my God, I hate this writing so much and everything.
Yeah.
This is just bad writing and everything. I just keep thinking to myself and everything. I mean, again, I know it's not the actor's fault, it's the writing, but still, I just I can't help but just think to myself, seriously, were I in his shoes, I would not be acting like this. Even if I think magic could be a bad thing, I would not be such a freaking stick in the mud and everything. I mean, he's literally acting like a sore loser right now and everything. I mean, come on, what person would not want to have magic in life? I mean, again, it may
Right.
be, I get it of what he had been through and everything. I get it, but once again, seriously, there's a difference. He's engaged to a good witch and everything. He's engaged to a good witch and stuff like that. So he should just suck it up and just, but I mean, he should butt out, as I always say. But again, that's just me. I don't know what everybody else thinks about his opinion on that. So, and not to mention, there were several times to where I wish that Tabitha could have just showed him who had the magic in those times and everything. And I feel like she could have just snapped her fingers and had made that hidden letter of his that he had hidden or whatever appear right there in her hand and be like, you mean this? Seriously? You're messing with a witch
Yeah.
here, dude. I mean, have you considered what danger you might be in? She is a witch. So I mean, come on,
Right.
even the Disney movie Bedknobs and Broomsticks even pointed that out, if you know what I mean. You don't mess with a witch. You
Mm-mm.
don't blackmail witches. Seriously, that's a bad idea. Things happen. So, um, that's going on. And I mean, And oh yeah, how could we forget? We finally found out who has been the murderer of all Esme's boyfriends, and even Alistair got, well, stabbed, I guess is the best word for it. I mean, no, he's not been
As
taken out. But yeah, we finally figured it out, eh?
as Esme's niece,
Yeah,
Vicky.
Vicky, yeah, Vicky Chastaway. I can't remember what her last name is. I know it's not the same thing as it's not Vanderheusen as Esme's last name. I've looked it up numbers of times, but I keep forgetting Vicky's last name. Vicky Chastaway or something. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, yes, and at last she speaks. No more whispering in Esme's ears. She's actually out loud talking. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think this is very much of a spoiler to actually reveal this to you, Casey, but I guess I might as well say this now. Alistair is basically, I mean, in a way, you kind of feel bad a little bit for John Riley and everything who plays Alistair, but unfortunately, where he is right now in the hospital will be the very, very, very last set that he basically sees for the remainder of his stay on the show. Basically, that is where Alistair is in the hospital and he's going to stay there until whatever happens to him. I will not tell you what happens to the character, so I don't give any spoilers away, but that is where he remains all the way until whatever happens. I don't think it's a spoiler to reveal that. So, and that's also the last costume that he wears. A hospital gown is the last thing he wears throughout his remainder on the show. So it's just interesting. After all these years, you're so used to him seeing all dressed up, and he'll end his time on the show in a freaking hospital outfit. So yes, but yeah, Alistair is actually getting more, you know, stuff or whatever to do and everything. Well, I mean, not that he didn't always, but he's making a comeback and everything now. I mean, he kind of had his disappearance for a while, and we wonder where the hell happened to Alistair. Well, he's back and everything, and stuff like that. Um, and well, I mean, as of now, I guess Vicky is thinking about killing Ethan or whatever. I mean,
Yes, Alistair told her to.
right,
And
but
then when
yeah.
she looked out the door and saw Ethan and Esme hugging each other,
Mm-hmm.
and it changed her mind now.
Yep.
So,
So Vicky's the bad girl. Apparently, she ain't no goody goody as we thought.
and I think the only reason why she killed Esme's boyfriends is because she's jealous because Esme's focusing on them and not on her.
Well, well, she did tell Alistair. I mean, when Alistair asked her in the hospital, he said, "Why is she trying to kill him?" And she revealed the same reason that she was trying to kill the others and everything. She's actually revealed and everything that her Aunt Esme is all she's got left. Her original family was taken away from her and all that, and she's afraid those other boyfriends and everything may um she's afraid that those other boyfriends may take her Aunt Esme away from her. So she's doing this to keep her and Esme together. I mean,
Yep.
there are much better ways of doing that than killing, but I mean, this isn't the best method in the world to think about killing people just so that she, and stuff like that. But yeah, kind of makes me
People
wonder,
just,
huh?
yeah, people just want to take the easy way out.
Mhm. Kind of makes me
Killing.
wonder whatever it kind of makes me wonder whatever if I mean she's a little bit different from somebody like Vincent who is just killing because he's evil and he was brought up that way and everything. Vicky's a little different. Kind of makes me wonder a little bit if she ever got caught. It kind of makes me wonder what kind of punishment would she get because she's a minor. So she's just a
Yeah.
minor and everything. And I mean, I would guess that she's probably no older than maybe 16 or 17, but it still makes me wonder whatever. She's going around killing people, so I wonder what kind of discipline the law gives to minors like that. So if she ever got busted.
Um, like Charles as an adult.
Hmm. You
Yep.
think? I mean, she sure acts like an adult.
Yeah, if a teenager will commit a crime like that,
Hmm.
they will get charged as an adult.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. And and Vincent is still out there. He's still pregnant and everything. That still blows me away.
And Eve is still in the hospital.
Yeah, her and Julian haven't really done that much for a few episodes. Hmm, boy.
And,
And so yeah, so a lot has gone on, and we just the last 2 weekends, man, the last 2 weekends have been a ball for the two of us and everything because we actually have had, two guest stars on our show for the last 2 weekends and everything. And I mean, okay, two guest appearances of characters who are either no longer on the show or haven't been on for a while. So I mean, Don Swaby's character of Chad, I mean, is that well, he had no longer been on the show anyway, but his character had still been killed off. And Danny Woodburn of the Demon Elf, um, we don't know what has happened to him as of right now. I mean, we don't know where he's gone to and all that stuff. But yeah, we've actually risen up a little bit on our show and all that, having guest appearances and such, and we're still looking, trying to get more people. I mean, if anybody
yeah,
knows ways of reaching out to these actors, please send us a message. I mean, we need more guests.
it will be awesome if we have all of the cast members on at the same time,
Whoever
like
is
the
left
other
over, that
ones.
would be something. Yeah, it'd be a lot, but that would really be something. There's so many people. I mean, at least the ones that are left with us. I mean, like I've told you all before, I've said this on other things. I've heard from Dylan Fergus, but he has not answered me back about if he has a free day. He last just gave me an email. That's the last I got from him, is he's given me an email. He said for me to message him there, but I haven't heard anything. And Mackenzie Westmore, who played Sheridan, she is fully booked for the remainder of the year. So
Yep,
maybe we'll get her next year. We'll just have to see. And I haven't heard from anybody else. It's
me
interesting.
either.
Yeah, it's interesting because I will say this: Jesse Metcalf, that is, if it really is Jesse Metcalf. I mean, his Instagram is titled The Real Jesse Metcalf and everything, the number Miguel number 1. So if it really is actually him, you never know or whatever, but it shows on my Instagram, it shows that he has seen my messages, but he has not responded to one. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we can take the word for it if it's really him or not. Like I said, it says that in his name, The Real Jesse Metcalf, but can you trust that? Um, but so I mean, I don't know. I mean, not everybody has Instagram. And that's something else too, Casey. You can also try Facebook. A lot of the cast members have Facebook that you can message them on there. I've come to notice that there are some that answer Facebook a lot more, and there are some who answer Instagram a lot more. So you can help us out by messaging some people on Facebook as well.
Yeah, I can do that on
there
Facebook
are a few
too.
people that there are a few people that answer Instagram. I mean Facebook a lot. I repeat what I've said before. Back when I used to have Facebook, there were a few people that answered me here and there. I remember um she hadn't for a good number of years, but I actually remember a long time ago. I mean, and this person, it's interesting because she seems to be posting a lot of stuff on Instagram an awful lot, but she hasn't really seen or answered me. Vicky herself, Amy Castle, years ago, like a good long time ago, she had answered my Facebook, once or twice, and around the same time, Heidi Murray or Heidi Muller, whatever you want to call her. She goes by Heidi Murray now. Kay, she had answered me here and there and stuff like that. And so, but now they don't answer me at all on Instagram.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that's all I have now is Instagram. They don't answer at all. They hadn't in years. Facebook. Um,
Like I matched with uh Galen and I matched with Lindsay Hartley on there. I sent it to them and they haven't read it yet.
like I said,
So
some people don't read instant messages. I mean, a very good friend of mine said that Eric Martzoff has Instagram, but he doesn't answer instant messages.
no,
So, or let alone read them. Um,
I don't know what's the point of having an Instagram if it don't answer messages from people.
well, I mean, some people have it usually just to post, like
So
yeah, like
yeah,
pictures and videos and all that. There's a lot of people who I know of who just have Instagram just to post. They don't use it to talk to people. So, um, yeah. Um, I mean, I'm sure we'll get more people. It's just going to take some time to be able to reach out to people and stuff like that and get them to answer and, whatever. But I'm sure we'll get some people at some point. And there's still a bit more to go with stuff we have to watch and everything, to build us up and everything. Um, and you say that you've been watching earlier episodes, which is good, girl. I mean, that's good. That'll especially, I mean, again, I didn't watch back then. I didn't watch back then, so that'll be good that you actually have stuff
yeah,
to remember. And you have stuff to remember and stuff like that I don't remember because I didn't watch. And it's more stuff to discuss this awesome, awesome soap opera. And
yes.
um, and I mean, soon enough we'll I mean, once the show is done, it basically leads us to the live call-in show, Passions Live, and everything, which was to promote its move to DirecTV. I really think
Yeah,
I really think that it was dumb that it only went on for what 8 or 9
8
episodes or
years.
whatever. Was
Yeah.
that? No, I mean Passions Live. That it only
Oh,
went on for 8 or 9 episodes. um there were a lot more characters that did not appear. I mean, Alistair, Vincent, and Vicky,
yeah.
Rebecca, none of them appeared and everything. And it seems like, oh my word, I'm just now realizing it seems like, okay, yeah, I know that Gwen is a villain and Sheridan was something of an antagonist, but it seemed like the real baddies did not appear on that show. Like I said, Rebecca, Alistair, Vicky, Vincent, none of them appeared. And none of them appeared. So, huh. It's interesting that we didn't have any. And when Miguel returned, he never had the chance to appear. I mean, they got the new Paloma, but they didn't get the new Miguel on Passions Live. And even sweet little Lindora, when she came back, she didn't even appear. So I'm like thinking seriously. I mean, I understand that they were just promoting their move to DirecTV, but there were several characters they did not get. So
Mhm.
they should have went on
Only
longer.
I saw Emily Harper on there and the girl that play Esme
Aaron
was
Cardillo.
on there and who else? Julian was on there, Ben Masters and
He and Tracy Ross Eve, they were on the final episode.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
Palal
what's that?
play as and Eva play as Palal was on there too.
Eva Tamargo.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, her and Galen Gehring were on together. Yeah. Eric Martzoff, he sure remembers that show pretty well and everything, because I had mentioned that to him during one of the times that I had the chance to chat with him. He remembered, and he even said or whatever that he had tried to get the people of Days of Our Lives to make kind of a Days of Our Lives live to promote its move to Peacock, and they didn't do it. And I'm like thinking, man, it's interesting. Days of Our Lives is still going, and they didn't get something that awesome to promote its move. Passions ended up only going on for one season on DirecTV, and it got a show like that. I'm like, man, Passions did better than Days of Our Lives is doing. And
Yeah.
so, and yeah, I mean, um, but there's just, I mean, there's just so much or whatever. I mean, we got a lot that we have to cover on here. Um, and I mean, watching the show with you, it seems like watching it all over again and everything. I haven't watched it in so many years. It feels good to actually watch the show of at least the final season, my favorite season, from the beginning all the way to where we are now. So I never thought that I would end up running a podcast with you. I thought that you and I would basically just be watching the show just to help me fall asleep. And
Yeah.
look at us now. Yep.
Yep. And I watched one episode this morning. Teresa was married to Julian and got her pregnant, but this is when she was pregnant with Larry Ethan. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't watch that storyline, but I do know what you're talking about because of how many times they talked about it.
And Teresa was trying to commit suicide by
Okay.
jumping in. Yeah, she jumped into the river, and then Miguel and Ethan was trying to save her, and Ethan saved her. And this is when Teresa went to hell and saw Julian down there.
Yeah, I did not know any of that. Oh, whoa.
Yep.
Wow, interesting. I did not know that stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, I know I say this an awful lot, but I don't remember aside from aside from being in love with Charity and then doing everything he could to get Kay with second Miguel and all that stuff. I a lot of times have always said I don't remember Miguel really doing that much outside of just being the romantic love interest and all that. Because again, during the Jesse Metcalf time, he was always just trying to get Charity and all that. And then during Adrian's time as Miguel, he was always trying to get Kay after he had given up on Charity. And now that we have Blair, I've always said that it seems like they really expanded on the character of Miguel and actually gave him more stuff to do. So, I mean, you're going to see him do a lot of stuff. He's actually more of an adult than his younger. I know that he's the youngest male of the Lopez Fitzgeralds, but whereas Paloma was the youngest female, and Miguel, um he just it just seems like in this final season you're going to get to see him do a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't aside from holding it up in the hospital to keep them from unplugging Charity, I can't remember or imagine Miguel ever holding a gun up to anybody. Well, he'll get to in this season. I just can't envision the character doing that. But here he gets to really do it. He gets to stand up. He gets to stand up to some characters. He gets to really I don't know, he gets to like he joins up with Ethan and Luis in this season. You'll get to see that later on. So you get to see him do stuff like that. Usually before him, it was usually just Luis, Ethan, and that was mostly it. I mean, they were the ones doing basically everything, and Miguel would usually stay behind and all that stuff. But here he gets to join in on the action and really get some stuff to do. So I never knew anything about Teresa trying to commit suicide or anything. Or here you are saying that it was Ethan and Miguel. I can't envision that because I don't remember Miguel doing that much back in that time, other than if he wasn't chasing after Charity, I can't really remember him doing that much, or Kay for his second actor.
Yep. And this is when Zombie Chili was around.
Zombie Charity. Again, I didn't watch that season, but I've seen a fair bit of it in clips and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, they really put something on Charity with that.
Yep.
Yeah, um, yeah, I didn't watch any of that, unfortunately. Um, there's you're gonna also see during this season, you're also gonna see a lot of stuff that it seems like a number of the actors remember some real because let me put it to you this way, girl. I'll put it to you like this. It's like the show has always been cheesy. It's always been very, very cheesy, but it seems like come the final season was probably its cheesiest and everything. I'm not going to give any spoilers of stuff that you haven't seen yet, but it seems almost like um even Eric Martsolf would remember something that happens in the final season that he's like in real life it would not happen that way and stuff like that. It
Mhm.
wouldn't go down that way in real life and stuff like that. And so it seems like the final season was the most, cheesy, whatever the word is, and all. And so um, and again, the final season was my favorite. Well, it was everybody else's least favorite. I guess that's why it stopped getting viewers and the show got canceled, unfortunately. But it was my favorite. I loved it the most out of all the seasons that I watched.
Yep.
Yeah,
I know we said this so many times, but this hope and passions will come back someday.
yeah. All we can do is hope. I mean, um, um, I don't know. There's nothing really we can do, unfortunately. I mean, unless if I mean, it's just a freaking fantasy, if you know what I mean. I don't think we could actually manage to do this. It would take a lot, but I really would think that the only way that we would be able to do anything about it is I think that we would have to buy the rights and we would have to become directors and writers ourselves and announce we're bringing the show back ourselves and um try to get back the cast and everything. But again,
Mm. Trying to find another Julian, another
well,
Alistair.
with that or explain their absences. So yeah, yeah, it's wishful thinking.
Mm. Yep.
Like I said, I mean, I know a lot of people want it back and everything, and it does deserve something of a comeback. I've known of other soap operas that have gotten something of comebacks. I know that All My Children and stuff like that. I mean, they got something of comebacks, but a lot of them didn't last. A lot of them came back and then they were kind of gone again very quickly. And like I said, I'm afraid that if that happened with Passions, I'm afraid we'd get it back and it would end up ending like on a cliffhanger or like as quick as we got sooner than we got it back. It took us years to get it back. I'm afraid that we'll lose it even faster.
And Guiding Light was on a long time ago, and then it took off that show.
What was?
Guiding Light.
Yes.
Yep.
That's another soap that I never watched, and now I kind of regret it. I'm
That's
wishing
where I got my name from.
yeah.
Yep.
I know of some good couples that were on that show. I kind of regret that I didn't watch it back then. I'm wondering if I'm not even entirely sure if I was even into soap operas back when it was going. I don't know. Because again, you got to remember, Passions was my lead into the soap world and everything. I knew of stuff like General Hospital and All My Children, but um, I never watched them. I just knew of them, and so it, um, Passions was the first that I ever watched, and then Days came after that.
Yep.
And I believe shortly after I started watching Days, I can't remember. Shortly after I started watching Days, I believe All My Children was announced that it was coming to an end. Um, I saw like a few clips of it every once in a while, but I never watched a full on episode. Um, and like I said, I know of a lot of soaps and I know of their couples and I know of stuff, but I just don't. I never watched anything else. So, and now I'm trying to get myself expanded a little bit. I watch Days of Our Lives, and I don't um I don't necessarily watch any others because again, I mean, all I have is Peacock that has Days of Our Lives on it or whatever. But I mean, I don't really watch General Hospital that much. I pretty much just whenever something exciting, whenever something exciting is to happen, I ask my friend to help me like see what is going on and everything. She's able to get like clips and she's able to get full episodes, send them to me, and I'm able to stuff like that. But like that and Young and the Restless I can watch on Paramount Plus, especially now that Billy Flynn, who was on Days of Our Lives, is now on there. Um, I just um haven't really watched much of that. I don't even know what's going on as of now. So on Young and the Restless. So like I said, so yeah, Days of Our Lives is like the current soap opera that I watch full on from beginning to end. And Passions, I never missed an episode once I started watching it. I mean, once I started watching it, I never missed an episode. I would record it on my DVR, and during its move to DirecTV, my dad, he would always download the episodes for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Hmm.
Yeah. It's I guess in a way I'm missing out on a lot. I just really got to do with just finding the time and everything. I'm wishing I could just use magic to turn back the time and then I could actually see what I've missed out on, but I'm not as I'm not as skilled as Endora, I guess, or Tabitha. So, and listening to that theme song with you, it brings tears to my eyes. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's my favorite song ever. And so,
mine
I mean,
too.
I played it at my wedding. I danced to it in a dance recital. I
Mm,
I used Passion's theme song for, a lot of things. That's how much it's my favorite song ever. Yep.
yep, that's my favorite theme song too. When it comes on, I always sing it.
Yeah. There's so much that there's so much that we gotta get ourselves going with this awesome soap. I mean, come on, you even remember I was even when you attended my voice lesson or whatever earlier this month, you remember I was even singing one of the songs from Passions or whatever. So um
Mm,
I guess they really have this music thing too. So I
mm.
mean, I even know the songs even. So yeah. But man, I mean, what else is there for you? I mean, there's a number of things that you're gonna you're going to see as we continue watching the show and everything. If we decide to go on Wednesday, you and I, we're going to get to see a lot of stuff, happen or whatever. And you're there's I mean, man, what else have they yet to cover? I mean, I mean,
Um,
I know we're in the final year now and everything because the show ends in August and we're only watching in January now and everything.
yeah,
But what else have they to even cover? We're nowhere near August yet. We still have a long time to go, but there's a lot of things that they've yet to wrap up. Like we've talked about and everything. I mean, Endora and Miguel are back, but now Miguel has basically got this magic thing on Kay and Tabitha, and Teresa and Ethan are now having their issues, and now even Fancy is even having her issues with Luis now that Marty's back, which I
yeah,
guess that was Alistair's plan and everything was to tear up Luis and Fancy with
yep,
Marty. Yep. And I mean, now we know who the killer is. We got Vicky here now and everything as a new baddie and stuff like that. So, I mean, and here once again, like they have for a long time, I'm sure I'm probably gonna get shot for this and everything. But a lot of people, because a lot of people would say, "Hey, it's not her fault and everything." But I'm sorry, but I really feel like they're just making Teresa more stupid. As the time goes on. Here, she's supposed to be the main character, the main female character, and yet she just comes up with like the dumbest things and everything. I mean, seriously, she's a fully grown adult, and yet she still believes in psychics and all that stuff, and fortune tellers and all that kind of stuff. And now here she is actually believing that she can go and reason with the one of the most wickedest killers of all time. I mean, hello, wake up. Seriously,
mm,
you forgetting what this woman, I mean, okay, you've never met the woman, but seriously, do you know what this woman is capable of doing? Are you nuts? You really
mhm,
think you can just go and talk to people and that's going to solve everything? There are some people out
yeah,
there that are not easy to talk to.
right.
Juanita is just pure sadist. She loves
Hmm.
causing pain and she ain't gonna listen to you just because you talk to her. With her now going
Yeah,
down to Mexico, that's where things are really like I told you this before. The show remains dark. I mean, cheesy, but it's gonna get some dark stuff.
mm,
It's gonna get darker. Yeah,
so Teresa lied to Paul and told
yeah.
Paul he was going somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but really she's going to
Coming up to
Mexico. Yeah. Mm,
it's shocking of how far Teresa has gone. I mean, 9 years or whatever chasing after the same man, and she does the kind of stuff that you know, she, I guess, holds inside of her the kind of love that I've always believed in. And most people have said to me, that kind of love don't exist and stuff like that. Soap operas ain't real and all this stuff. But that's how Teresa, has the kind of love that I've always believed in. And so, I mean, she really, yeah, she's got how I've always envisioned, that's what true love is. That's what you do. Follow your passion.
yep.
But yeah, I mean, things are really going to start pushing up when she goes down to Mexico. I'm just glad the show didn't end on a cliffhanger. I'm so relieved for that. I'm so incredibly thrilled that it was the first soap opera that I ever got into. And even though the show got canceled, it still had an ending. It still got an ending. And I can't be more thrilled for that.
Mm,
Kind of makes me wonder if Days of Our Lives, whenever that day comes, that it finally has its ending, that it will actually get its ending and everything. I've spoken to my friend who still watches Days to this day, And she actually believes that if Days of Our Lives ever does get to the end, that it will have an ending because they shoot so many months in advance and everything. Whereas again, I don't know how early Passions filmed. I'm not entirely sure how early Passions filmed in advance, whereas Days films like 6 or 8 months in advance, and so everything we're watching was done months ago. So my friend actually believes that Days will indeed get a proper ending if that time ever comes. And thank God Passions got it. I'm so thrilled for that. I would have hated to see my very first soap just end on this random out of nowhere with them still. I'm still pretty upset that Spike's storyline never got wrapped up and that he's still out there and we don't I mean he's still out there and he never got busted or whatever. But other than that, I mean everybody else for the most part got their wrap up. So I'm not going to tell you what happens to everybody. So, yeah.
Yep.
So much to discuss. I tell you, we got to keep on watching to find more things to discuss here for everybody. I mean, people want to really hear us express our love for the show. We just got to find more things to discuss.
Um, just hopefully one day we have another cast member come on or a fan or
I don't know for sure. I really don't know for sure. I'm just getting a very big feeling that it might be Dylan Fergus because he's the other cast member who I speak to the most. Like I said, I pretty much only get Mackenzie Westmore whenever she does a live show. Whenever she's working out on the treadmill and all that stuff, I will usually get a live show with her and stuff like that. But Dylan Fergus, I'm usually able to just send messages on Instagram, and for the most part, he responds. He just hasn't responded for a long time. I think he's the last time I heard from him, he just was like, "Oh, I'm so thoroughly booked. Send me an email to this email." And he gave me an email, and I messaged him. The last thing I got from him was a thumbs up. I haven't heard from him since. But I mean, again, I don't know, but I'm just getting a feeling he might be our next guest. I mean, I'm just upset that we won't get Silvana. I so wanted Paloma. She was my favorite female character on the show, and so and well, at least not that one. I mean, I don't know how we could actually get a hold of Anya Geelan, but Silvana we won't be able to get. I mean, Anya Geelan, I mean, I haven't she's got a Facebook and she's got an Instagram, but she's like silent. She's very, very, very silent and everything. It's really hard. I mean, she doesn't post that much, and it's almost like both of her accounts, they're almost like dead accounts. It was years ago when they last posted. So, I mean, they're one of those silent people. So there are some people out there who are very, very quiet when it comes to social media, and their accounts kind of just sit there. But
yep. Some people want to be private, some
mhm,
people don't want to put everything out there.
that's too true. Hmm.
And
Yeah, and then there are some people out there that post an awful lot, but they don't answer messages. And there are
um,
some that do both. They post
mm,
and they talk. I mean, but Anya Geelan is a very, very, very quiet person. It's been years since they last posted on either of their social medias and stuff like that and everything. And so, but I mean, like I said, it just brings me down and everything. Silvana can't do the show because of her job and everything. And so, um, like I said, no, I mean, I mean, Eva Tamargo, and like I said, if that really is Jesse Metcalf, they're also pretty quiet and everything. Um, they don't really anything that much or whatever. I mean, um, I don't know. Like I said, I think that you would probably be able to help us out a lot by Facebook messaging a few people. I can't guarantee that you'll get a response from everybody, but there are a lot of people that answer Facebook more than they answer Instagram. So I think you'll probably help us out a lot by doing that.
I can try, you know.
Mhm.
I go on there and look up.
Yeah, just look some
I got
people up.
I got Sam Bennett as play as um
James Hyde,
what's his
yeah,
name?
James Hyde.
James Hyde. And
He's been doing a fair number of he's been doing a fair number of live Instagrams where he'll usually appear with somebody else on a live video. Seen him
talking about
once.
football.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ohio State. I didn't even know he's a Ohio State fan. Yep.
yeah. He's somebody. He's another one. He used to read my Facebooks, but I don't know if I ever got a response from him. I really can't remember. But he does a lot of live Instagrams. I've seen him already like two times. Like the first time he was with Galen, and the second time recently, I don't know who he was with, but he does a fair number of those.
Yep.
But like I said, a lot have Facebook, and I'm sure you're bound to find a lot of them. I think a lot more might have Facebook than they have Instagrams. Um, you know what would really be a cool idea? I mean, this was somebody who was a Facebook friend of mine back when I had it. You could try Galen Gering's wife, Jenna. You could try messaging her and telling her what's you know, what we do, and ask her if she would reach out to Galen. I spoke to her on the phone.
Oh wow. What'd she say?
She's nice and everything. I just wasn't able to get to Galen or whatever, through her. She said that he doesn't usually do phone calls. She said the best way to get to him would be to do the way that the way that I've chatted with him, Eric Martzoff, and other Days of Our Lives members through those specific Days of Our Lives things that I haven't done for a very long time because I'm broke. But she said like that's the best way to get through to him. But like I said, I've not been able to do them because I'm broke. I have no money. And I also haven't heard who they're gonna get next. So but yeah, I spoke to her on the phone one time, and um there's just so many members that you can reach out to for us, and I'll keep up my part. Um we'll um we'll just have to hope and keep praying that more people answer.
Somebody answers. Yeah.
My friend said that we need to reach out to these people's managers, but I don't know how to get in touch with these people's managers. And not to mention, we're still fairly new, having done the show for what, 10 weeks now or something, 9, 10 weeks.
Yep.
So little kitty.
Yeah, hi. So hi everybody out there. It's Hazel.
Whiskers. Yeah,
Mm.
she loves doing it on the webcam.
Yeah, she always want to know who I'm talking to all the time on the phone.
Yep.
You talking to mommy?
So cute.
Yeah.
Um, and well, I mean, we both have kind of come to accept it. We're probably never gonna find Emily Harper fancy. I mean, we don't know where in the world she is. She's got neither Facebook nor Instagram, and nobody has any contact with her. So we um so who's to say on her? We may never find her, which is a real shame. She was like my second favorite female character on the show
Yeah,
after
I
Paloma.
like her too.
Yeah, I loved her to bits. She was so beautiful. Such a
Mm.
shame that she just disappeared after Passions was done. Um,
Maybe she don't want to be famous anymore. You know, maybe
yeah,
she.
it's like Dylan Fergus one time told me, um, I don't know, sometime last year, I think he might have told me that he spoke to her. He saw her a few years ago and believes that she quit acting. Yeah, so yeah, man, maybe you're right. She probably maybe she just doesn't want to be famous. I always like to I always like to say that, when on Days of Our Lives, when Allison Sweeney, who plays Sammy, left the show, I always said they could have gotten Emily Harper to take her place and everything. I mean, I always think of Fancy as kind of the Sammy or whatever. I mean, and stuff like that. But I don't know. Things are different now in Salem compared to what it was like in Harmony, compared to when I started watching Days. Things are different now. I mean, bad guys are good guys and good guys are bad guys and all that kind of stuff now. So it's not really easy to give counterparts anymore. But I always thought that Emily Harper could take over as Sammy or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of actors that I would have loved to envision taking over whenever a character decides to leave Salem. I always think of people from Harmony that could take over. I mean, heck, I even thought that Ava Tamargo could come on as Rafe's mother and everything, and again have another Passions reunion and stuff like
Mm.
that. But no, they got somebody else.
It's
I
like Days of Our Lives mixed into Passions, like half and half.
it's like I've always said. I've always thought of it that way. I mean, they're both by James E. Riley, may he rest in peace and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
they do have like some brotherly, sisterly combinations and everything. Having three cast members from Passions also on Days of Our Lives in the same relationship way, just different personalities, but same relationship, brother, sister, lover, all that kind of stuff and everything. Um, so no, you're kind of right on that one.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know. I even thought that Sylvana Arias could take over as the new Gabby, but now they have somebody else playing her who I like her better than Camila. So um it seems like when a lot of cast members leave Days, I immediately can think of somebody who could take their place if or whatever, who could take their place and everything, but they don't get them.
Mm.
um oh man. Oh, we can't hit our bump here, people. We need more of your guys' support out there. Start sending us
Yep.
messages, stuff like that, to help us keep the show on the roll so that we're having more things to talk about and we're having more guest stars. I did hear from this one person who I've been wanting to get on the show just as a guest appearance, not as a celebrity or anything, but somebody else who loves Passions, big Shoeise fan and stuff like that. I actually spoke to her just earlier this morning, I think it was, and um I sent her a message yesterday asking if she wanted to appear, but apparently she's not even home. She's apparently off doing some Days of Our Lives thing or whatever, and she said weekends don't usually work for me. I do better on the weekdays and all. And so I don't know, but even then we would have to really, really, really plan it out because I don't know our time difference, and she basically says that she's usually free after work at like 9:30 at night or something like that. We would really have to
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we would really have to plan our time differences and see how things um yeah, but she's not even home right now, so she couldn't do it. So um like I said, I think Dylan Fergus is probably the closest to possibly being our next. We'll really just have to wait and see who else I um who else I can get in touch with.
Yeah. It'd be awesome to have Juliet Mills, but there's no way to get a whole full.
I don't know if she has a Facebook. I really can't remember her ever. I don't remember having her as a Facebook friend. I know she doesn't have an Instagram, but I don't know if
Yeah,
she's got a Facebook. That's somebody you'd have to look up. But she
yep.
is a toughie and everything, what with her age and everything, and what with how big named, I mean, well, not big name, but well, even Danny Woodburn even said that he knew of her, from long ago, and who her family is, and stuff, being related to Haley Mills and Sir John Mills and stuff like that. I mean, she's pretty, legendary and stuff like that. So she's a little bit tough and everything to actually get a hold of. I already told you already. I spoke to her like for 2 minutes on the phone, um, and all that, or whatever. But and I still have her number. So I
Mm.
just said that. Um, but all the same or whatever, yeah, it would be awesome to get her. She obviously does webcam things. If she did that one Passions reunion that you can find on YouTube, she was
Yep.
one of them. Um,
But I did find her email address online on
how'd you do
Google, but
that?
I went on to thing to Wikipedia, and just like her email address on there, and I clicked on it and I tried
Probably
to
send
email
that to
her, but
me. Well, I wonder if it's the same one that I have, or if this one's old and maybe that one's more. Maybe
oh
you could
yeah,
even
maybe that one's
send her an
old.
email for us.
Yep.
Dang.
And I tried to send it, I emailed to her, but it won't let me go through, so I don't
Oh, well,
know.
maybe it's not a workable email anymore. That's what I was saying. I have I have a number of cast members' emails, but a lot of them won't go through. Same thing for me. They might be old emails, or they may be non-workable emails anymore and stuff like that. So that's something else, is even when you find people's emails and phone numbers, they may not be very, workable anymore. Um like I said, she is pretty legendary, so she might be kind of hard to get. I mean, like I said, I don't know if she has a Facebook, but I don't think she has an Instagram. And it was really, really interesting that apparently I don't know if I mentioned this on the show in the past and everything, but apparently I was somewhat wrong with a few people's departures and stuff like that. I mean, Mackenzie Westmore filled me in on a number of cast members leaving, such as Taylor K number one. Her apparently had, I don't know. I mean, her leaving, she was abused on the set and everything, and that's why she left Kay and all that stuff. And she said that she doesn't know why Deanna Wright left the show, Kay number two, but she doesn't think that it had anything to do with religious differences, like I thought. Um, but hmm, it's really interesting to find out that I probably had been wrong this whole time. Yeah.
Maybe they did because some stars got abused
Yes,
as when they was teenagers, like
actress.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
like Amanda Bynes, she got abused, sexually abused.
well, I've heard she's pretty
Remember,
much messed up her life. Yeah. She was one of
she's
my
a different
celebrity
person
crushes
now.
back in the day too. Um,
Yep.
yeah, soap actress Sarah Brown. I mean, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives. She's done a fair. I mean, I think she's mostly famous for Carly on General Hospital. Sarah Brown. Um, it's interesting because before seeing her on Days of Our Lives, I knew her from one of my favorite superhero kids shows, from the makers of Power Rangers, VR Troopers, and she was on that. And it actually says online that she doesn't remember that show very fondly because she was actually abused on VR Troopers. It says that online. So yeah. And I think also she might have had some sort of I can't remember. I don't want to say something that might be totally incorrect. I can't remember. There was something else that I read online about her with that show, but she doesn't look fondly on that show. But that's how I knew of her before even seeing her on Days of Our Lives. Most people know her as Carly on General Hospital. So, yeah. But I'm not sure. I've still got other cast members to find out. Well, you know what, guys? We're out of time here. That's all the time we have for this one. Thank you all so much for joining us. As you all know, if you'd like to be a guest appearance on our show, as we were just talking about earlier, just put it in the comments section below, your name and social media, and more than likely, one of us will reach out to you. I mean, I'm sending Casey out on a mission to see if she can find some people, and I will continue what I'm doing. Also, if you like our podcast, please like and subscribe. Also, join us next weekend on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern as we appear exclusively on YouTube, Passion Supernatural Podcast. Know we love you, and those in Harmony are waiting for you. And there's Casey and I have a lot more to watch to fill you all in on. So we'll keep on watching. Casey and I will probably get together on Wednesday to watch more episodes, and Casey here has got a bit more excitement coming for her. So anyways, thank you all for joining. I'm Joe Velasquez.
And Casey Metcalf.
And remember, you are our passion for life. Thank you. Thank you, and God bless. Yes. So long, people.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me.